Hi.
Hello. So apparently, after I was at work for 8 hours, I was told that I didn't have to stay unless I wanted to, and I was just like, yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it for the extra stuff. By the way, we are live. I don't know if you knew that.
We are already live? Okay.
Yeah, we're already live, just so you know.
Oh, so I won't, dang it, I can't even think of a good joke. God.
Yeah, blues it. Well, my bosses came back today.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
A good
They
thing?
were... Yes.
Okay.
They were...
Because I was wondering if I needed to pull out this drop.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, no, it was good.
No.
It was good. It was kind of... I mean, they've been gone on a cruise for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So, hold up. Let me put my login credentials. Let's see here.
Quick, everybody, record his screen.
Shut up. So yeah, they had a good trip, and they go on an old man cruise, what I like to deem an old man cruise. Oh crap!
Okay.
I just remembered I left my stream deck in the car. Whatever, I don't care. Let's do that. So, no quick sound bites for today.
Oh, I got that covered.
I know you got that covered. But I gotta be ready to buzzer you, man.
Look, I can buzzer myself all you want.
Alright. We'll go with that. I will say, though, my kids must have done something good today. Because Monday is the day that both my kids have gymnastics. And so I had a bunch of errands I had to run today. So that's why I did not do my quasi-typical Monday afternoon stream.
Well, I mean, there's a reason that it's quasi-typical
Right.
rather than atypical.
Or mostly typical.
Or just typical.
All right, I love it. We get into a new town. I won't break first. Those two are just squatting it out. These two dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Or is that a dame?
It could be.
That's a dame.
I'm pulling up your stream right now.
Yeah, that's a dame. Yeah, because she's got no... she's not necessarily wearing full pants. So it has to be a girl, by law. By anime law, women are not allowed to wear full pants. You see? Like Lise. Lise is not wearing full pants.
But what about Joya and Soraya?
She is... You see?
Why are you trying to go up Thancred? Wait, is that? No, that's just Tola.
Yep. I'm just proving a point. I'm just saying it's law that all anime babes are not allowed to wear full pants. Yeah, something like that. I was just confirming a law. Oh, by the way, speaking of the tightest of pants, so I went to my local game store that's like going out of business, literally shuttering their doors this week. And they're like, come on in, systems are 40% off. Wii U game, or all these games are sale. I walk in, there is literally maybe 15 games on the shelves. The only game worth mentioning was Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE, but it was for the Wii U. And if I had a Wii U, I would have snatched that thing up so quickly. Actually, if I had a Wii U, I would already own it. Because it is one of the only games worth it on the Wii U. By the way, I will own that game on the Switch sometime this year. But yeah, it was very thoroughly picked over. There was not much left of anything.
Well, I mean,
but they've been advertising.
I can understand that.
Oh yeah. No, they've been advertising this thing for well over a month now that it's going out of business. This is how I bought Dragon's Quest XI and Left Alive. So it was kind of like, whatever. I was hoping to see if I could snag something, but there was just nothing. I had, like, there was a copy of Destiny 2 for the PS4, which I'm like, I don't even have PS Plus anymore.
Yeah.
Let me think. What else is there? There's a Skyrim. I'm like, I don't want to buy Skyrim again. I bought it once. I'm done. You know, it's just not really anything I wanted at all. Go ahead.
I almost went to go grab the. I got a bad feeling about this drop again when you mentioned going to the game store, but apparently it's not needed.
No. There was the only thing I actually considered buying was a Keyblade backpack, but upon closer inspection, it really.
There's a reason it hadn't sold yet.
It looked like a woman's purse. So I just couldn't bring myself to purchase it. I'm like, no.
But then if you had bought it and you got home and your wife looked at you and said, what did you buy? And you'd be like, look, honey, I got you a new purse.
My wife would never use that. My daughter, maybe, but I'm just like, I'm not buying her another bag. She's got plenty of bags. I have backpacks strewn all over my house, and I'm just like,
no, I mean, basically, it would be a bowling ball named Homer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I am finishing up the 5.1 quests, and apparently there's a new unlock to help what I can only assume is the expansion's equivalent of the Gold Saucer.
Oh.
Trying not to go into too many spoilers.
Right.
And it's just like, what? But yeah.
Yeah, so it sucked this morning. I was trying to do my 5 miles of running.
Yeah.
And then I get a notification on my phone. 10 minutes have elapsed. Distance 0.22 miles. What? Wait. Oh, what? Barely a quarter of a mile in 10 minutes? How is that even possible? I pull up the GPS on my phone because I was using my my heart rates monitoring, GPS monitoring, workout monitor to track my run. It just shows me I'm running a high school track. It literally has me bisecting the track. I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. So then I stop the event. And then I can double check the GPS. I'm like, okay, GPS is tracking me. Hit go. And then I run like 3 laps around the track, and then I check it again, and it's only showing like 0.18. I'm like, no. No, that is definitely not right. And then I remembered I had put it on battery saver mode.
Oh,
a couple
so the
days
GPS is
ago.
not as accurate.
Oh, the GPS wasn't even functioning when the screen was off. I kind of figured that out. So,
Oh.
yeah, that was not a good thing. So I had to turn all that crap off, and then it did it as normal. So I wound up just kind of guesstimating how long I ran based off of my time. I'm like, okay, I average about 9:30 mile plus minus. I think I've run about 2 miles at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, no. When I finally figured it out, it was about 30 minutes at that point. So I wound up just saying, okay, I've run about 3 miles, just 2 more miles to go, and we'll call it good. So then I had to write on Strava. Strava is kind of a workout social media platform.
Yeah.
The saying goes, if it's not real if it's not on Strava. No, if it's not on Strava, it didn't happen. So so I wrote in the other two, which showed like the one was about 11 minutes and the other one was like 18 minutes or something like that. I was just like, GPS screwed up. Time worked out is accurate though. I had to write that for both of them because I felt like a dork. It's like, oh, Pharaoh, where'd you go? Because my college roommate follows me very closely on Strava.
Yeah.
And this is my roommate that's already done a full Ironman.
Uh-huh.
So he's very interested to see my training and how I'm progressing and stuff like that. All right, so gotta follow these. So yeah, I don't want to look like a dork in front of my old roommate. And this is my roommate that was top 3 in the conference in the mile.
Ah.
Yeah, so he is a pure distance guy. I trained with him. We were training partners. But I was well more of a backstroke specialist than a distance specialist. But they threw me in the distance because the 500 was my third event at conference. So they were kind of like, yeah. Because, like, in the 500, I was about 4th. Like, anywhere between 3rd and 4th fastest on the team. But in the 200 freestyle, I was, like, 8th fastest or something like that. So it, like, wasn't even close.
Oh. I do have to tell you, granted, this is completely changing gears.
Right.
I did like a couple. I did like the 2 Facebook posts I saw today from you.
Oh, right. The my wonderful
the one
bleached
that's a picture
hair.
of you from it's a picture from 12 years ago apparently.
Uh-huh.
But you look exactly the same.
Oh, I know. Isn't that fun? I've gotten that all the time. I get people like, dude, Pharaoh, you have, like, not changed. I'm like, I have a little less hair up here. Like an inch and a half gone from this area. But, yeah, other than that, that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, slightly different shade of hair color, but, you know, hey.
Yeah. Those were definitely my swimming. That was my swimming day hair color.
Yeah.
Like, literally,
then,
it was Lisa's hair color.
Yeah. And then, of course, the other one where you're just making gravy.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I was doing that last night. I literally was making pot roast gravy last night, and I was just thinking, I have to film this. That was fun. By the way, it is up on my Twitter. If those in chat have not seen my wonderful gravy making video. It's funny though, because my wife and I were commenting after we were eating the pot roast. She's like, "Man, we have gotten so much better at this gravy thing. It's ridiculous." I was like, "Yeah, I think it's like actually making it hot and like making it legitimately boil." Because when we first got married, our gravy making skills sucked. They were horrible. It was glorified au jus sauce. That's all it was. And then
Look, and sometimes all you need is glorified au jus sauce. But if you can make actual gravy,
well,
make the gravy.
I mean, seriously though, but gravy is just
Yeah.
it is actually easy. It is not hard, but we could not figure it out.
Yeah.
Castellum Bologna. Excuse me. I call it a great big eyesore. Excuse me. Hello, Crocky. But yeah, it was pretty fun though. So I mentioned a few minutes ago that my kids must have done something really good for my wife.
Yeah.
Because so we were finishing up. They were finishing up gymnastics, and then my wife comes over to me. She goes, "Hey, when you're on the way home, take Bridget, go to Cake Mama's." I was like, "Really? Cake Mama's?" Cake Mama's is a local. It's a local cupcake bakery, cupcake and cake bakery.
Yeah.
Their big thing is they've actually won Cupcake Wars.
Ah.
So this is a very much so, legitimate cupcake establishment. It's not like one of those, oh, well, we make cupcakes. No, these guys are legit. They freaking won Cupcake Wars. So I was just like, wow, really? Cake Mamas? Oh, those girls must have done something really good. She was like, yeah, we were watching Nailed It, or I think it was called Nailed It, that cooking show.
Okay. It doesn't sound familiar to me, but doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's a cooking show, and they were, oops. That's not where I wanted to go. I need to go over here. But yeah, so I wound up getting both Haley and Bridget a unicorn cupcake. And Carrie and I got a churro cupcake. And it was dang good.
It was delicious.
It was very delicious. Some free experience here just for kicks. Leave me alone, you.
You need me to come save you?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just getting aggroed when I don't necessarily want to be aggroed. I'm just taking a little casual romp around the desert wilderness.
Oh, yes. So wait, what level it? Okay, so Joya's 62?
Yes.
Okay.
to that next area. That's not bad. You okay over there?
Yeah.
You sound like you're in a little bit of discomfort.
It's probably my stuffy nose and such.
Ah.
So I guess I'll try to keep my mic muted.
Oh no. That's perfectly fine. I forgot you had a cold. You're good. You're good. I was just making sure everything was okay. A glamour.
You love me. You really love me.
Hey, Lil Darian, how you doing, man? Welcome to the taqueria.
Just a flesh wound.
We are in Stormblood. Yay! Doing good today. Doing good today. Something shiny's happening.
Yes. I'm going to more donuts.
More donuts. Let's see here. All's clear. Let's go. Boing.
Oh, Ralger's Reach.
Someone to apply for the LDS Gamers team.
What team do you mean?
Are you talking about the the Twitch team, LDS Gamers?
Of worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow.
Yeah, if you go to
Reach,
if you go to approved streamers on LDS Gamers Discord. Hold up, let me read this just a little bit. I want to get through this cutscene, then I'll tell you how to do it.
They were waiting for us there. Men and
Will,
women
could you
whose
type
souls
exclamation
still cried
point
out for what was
LDSG?
lost, for what
S'il vous
could be
plaît.
ours again.
Oh my.
Alright, time to join La Resistance. Alright, so how to join the LDSG stream team. So you need to go to the LDSG Discord. And then you need to go to streaming. And then there's a pinned post in saying how to become an approved streamer. Now, you got to become an approved streamer first. That's pretty much just saying, hey, look, I am a clean streamer. I will follow the guidelines of LDSG. No cursing in chat. Family-friendly material at all times. Within reason. Like, people still stream, like, Halo. I think some people... I mean, pretty much, if it's a mature rated game, you gotta get permission in order to stream it, and most of the time they will turn you down for mature rated games. So then you should just get approved. Probably message Martin Luther Bling. He probably would be your best contact to get an invite to the Twitch team, either him or Ghost. Either of those two should be able to help you out. Yep. Yeah, no, and we invite anyone and everyone to join the team. Yep, just fill that out. Tell them Farrell sent you. That won't really mean much, but makes me feel shiny. All right, Conrad.
Uh-oh.
Conrad.
I have two things I need to say.
Uh-oh.
One in regard to what you're doing, the other in regard to what I'm doing.
Uh-oh.
You are in Ralger's Reach.
Okay.
As a point of reference, Ralger's Reach is to Stormblood what More Donuts is to ARR, and Idleshire is to Heavensward.
Okay, so I need to reset my home point, right?
Well, maybe, but once you get far enough, this is where you will go to spend your
your
tomes
poetics
for gear and such.
Right.
Yeah. And actually, I guess since it's no longer the current expansion, I don't know. Can you get the level 70 stuff at like Idleshire and Mordona? I don't know.
Oh.
But at the very least, yeah, grab the Aetheryte. And the second thing, I'm about to talk to Tataru, and I get this message. Upon speaking with Tataru, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety.
Right, aka grab a sandwich. This is gonna take a bit.
Oh, I already have a sandwich.
Ah.
A Smucker's Uncrustable.
Ew. Okay, I have to openly state, I have never eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my entire life. I have never made one for myself. I have never consumed one.
Feral.
And I won't.
Feral.
I won't. There's not a dang thing you can do to make me want to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm sorry.
Are you allergic to peanuts?
No.
Do you enjoy peanuts?
Oh, heck no. I hate peanuts.
Are you just saying that because of the potential double entendre because of how my stuffy nose voice sounds?
No. No,
Okay.
no. I really, really, really do not like peanuts. I do not like any nuts, and I do not eat fruit. So the closest thing to peanut butter that I will eat is a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Okay.
And the closest thing to fruit that I will willingly consume is a blueberry muffin.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay, actually, Lodarian makes a good point with his question. Nutella?
No. Closest thing to peanut butter I have willingly consumed is cookie butter. And yes, that exists. And it's very odd. Oh, heck no. No eggnog. Ugh.
Oh.
Anything...
Oh, eggnog is fantastic.
Anything that loosely resembles raw egg, dude, bro, no.
Okay. No. So, I think you've been around me long enough that you know what the answer to this statement is.
Hey,
Hey,
Carillas.
gorillas.
How you doing? We're having a discussion of my strange eating habits.
His strange eating predilections. And mine. But you know what my favorite...
This is Will, by the way.
Hello. I'm William Pollo.
How are they strange? I have never eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I do not eat nuts. I do not eat fruit. That is...
He does not like eggnog.
That is why everything is strange. And I'm okay with that.
Farrell, you know what my favorite holiday beverage is, correct?
Anything that gets you sloshed beyond all compare. I'm joking. No, I don't.
You see, it involves my favorite, my second favorite holiday beverage of eggnog, and my favorite year-round beverage, Mountain Dew. Because you take equal parts of each ingredient, mix it, and you have
Allow me to welcome you
Egg
once
stew?
more to Rutgers
Luscious
Reach, our humble
Dew-nog.
headquarters.
Dew-nog. Dude, that sounds
Oh,
like
it's so good.
sounds like something a snowboarder would pound right after a run. Dude, I was totally slashing down the POW for the gnar, and I gotta get back and get my Dew-nog on, man. Dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, gotta get the Dew-nog. But Carias, I do not have a nut allergy. I just really despise the taste of peanuts. So, yeah. And I went through an entire childhood without PB&J because I desired to never have a PB&J sandwich. So I went through my entire childhood without having a PB&J sandwich. It was really that simple. I did not want it, so I never ate it. My life was so simple, I had not one pimple, and every day was made up of these plans. To ride my bike to Thrifty's, run past the balls and ice cream, and buy the Star Wars figurines. Speaking of my action man, Kung Fu Grip and all, what happened to them all? Was running through my old life, looking through my lost toys. Where has all my fun gone? Now that we're older, we all get much colder. Something, 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 something. Now that we're all big boys, not playing with our old toys. Now that we're all big boys, we band together and sing a song. Sing a song. It's not too long, so everybody sing along. When I was a little man, Play-Doh came in a little can. I was Star Wars' biggest fan. Now I'm stuck without a plan. G.I. Joe was an action man. Shaggy drove the mystery van. Devo was my favorite band. Take me back to my happy land. Hey! That's impromptu karaoke night. Play-Doh by the Aquabats.
Okay, the Aquabats are
It is a
vastly
pleasure to meet you, Master King.
incorrect
I am Alpha
in
No Level
their
of the
Scooby
Scions
knowledge.
Of the Seventh Dawn, and my
Shaggy
comrades.
does not drive the Mystery Machine.
I know.
Fred
know.
does.
Fred, that womanizing jerk. I'm kidding.
Hey. No.
I am completely kidding. Still, that ascot, man. Dude, that ascot.
Don't mess with the ascot. The ascot is fantastic.
I will tell you,
I would rock the ascot if I could every day.
Yeah, it's like me in a fedora. But I will say though, my oldest daughter has gotten on a Scooby-Doo kick. Albeit it's the new adventures of Scooby-Doo, so it isn't the good old classic.
At great risk to yourselves.
But it was very much so not the classics.
No, there's no.
But we'll take it.
Is it the most recent, the current iteration of Scooby-Doo?
I'm not hep on all the iterations because I know there's Scooby-Doo, which is the original, and then there's Scooby-Doo with Scrappy-Doo. I can't remember what that one was officially.
We don't talk about Scrappy. Those were the dark times.
You're not a fan of little Scrappy-Doo?
No one is a fan of Scrappy-Doo.
Okay, and then we had a pup named Scooby-Doo. I take it no aspersions to be cast on a pup named Scooby-Doo?
No. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not bad.
I wanted to,
and then,
about the mask
don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense.
Oh, Conrad,
condolences
you're
for
such a
your
nice
loss,
guy. I liked him as a
Yes.
kid, but Scrappy is annoying now. And then I guess that there's the new Scooby-Doo Adventures, which is what my daughter's watching. But it's funny though. She'll actually guess who the villain is. She'll be like, "Oh, that guy's gonna be the villain in the next episode. Watch, Daddy. Watch."
Now, is she guessing correctly because she's seen the episode before?
Papalino laid down his life to save us. To give us a chance to make a better
I am
future for
unsure.
ourselves.
Okay.
Because I personally am
There will
unaware
never be a
of
better
how
time to
many
drive the Garleans from our lands.
how many
We have to
episodes she
take the
has
lead on this.
watched.
We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilbert.
Uh-huh.
We can't leave it to fanatics like Man Bun. Who's dead? Press F for respects. Man Bun is dead. Jerk deserved it, though.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monargo told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolger it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done.
So apparently there
Best
have
we can
been
do now is see that
13
it wasn't all in
different
vain.
Scooby-Doo television series.
Wow. Do you know what's the one
That
thing
is why
I
we are
still
here
can't
today, sir,
believe is like
to see that some
absolutely
good comes of
missing
this
in
tragedy.
action is Looney Tunes cartoons.
Oh.
They are like
Well,
totally MIA.
well, you know why?
No, not officially, no.
Or, well, I mean, okay, granted, I guess this isn't official. This is only my personal speculation.
Right.
On behalf of the Eorzean
But
Alliance,
it's
we
because
do
they don't
hereby
want to
extend a
have to
formal
deal with
offer of
all the
military
pretty
assistance to the
snowflakes
Alamegan resistance.
whose feelings might get hurt if, you know, with all the potentially racial stereotypes of Speedy Gonzalez.
Well,
we
there's-
can't depict a Mexican like that.
Well, there's certain ones that I understand. I mean, definitely Speedy Gonzalez and Slowpoke Rodriguez, they're not coming back. Let me think. Who else would not cut the mustard today?
I would expect Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, two Texan. Can't have a Texan.
Do you now?
Definitely there's a fair
I'm
amount
sure
of Bugs
there's more
Bunny
to it than
cartoons
that.
that would have gotten the kibosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to apply correctly. That's honestly, it's kind of easy to become an approved streamer. There's really not much to it. I mean, they let me on.
They let me on. I mean,
yeah, they let you. Oh, yeah, they let Cuddius in. Yeah, don't. It's pretty much just a quick glance over, and like we're not officially affiliated with the church by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, we're so not affiliated with the church, they're totally cool with us having the term LDS gamers, even though the official name of the church is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and they have put like massive bulletins. Okay, please try not to use Mormon, LDS. Oh, you are a temple recommended holding elder, so I mean, I hope I get it. I had no idea you remembered, dude. Oh, man. That's pretty funny. But, hey, what? I'm publicly ex-Mormon. They
So
let me
that's
in.
the way it is. The Alliance, hoping to
Hey,
avoid a
totally
direct
fine.
confrontation with the superior forces
Hope
of
you
the
come
Empire,
back.
wishes to
I know you
engage
got
them
your
by
own
proxy
reasons.
with our
Not here to
vastly
pry.
inferior ones.
Let's see here.
I mean, as far as
My
LDS
comrades and I
gamers is
must
concerned,
confer on your proposal.
you don't have to be a member.
moment,
You can
if
be
you please.
a prior member, a future member, current member, non-member, so long as you hold to their code of conduct. That's the only thing they care about.
Oh.
I mean, right?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, it's the whole, I mean, honestly, the true mission of LDS Gamers is to provide a safe, family-friendly atmosphere that anyone can just be comfortable with content and postings. I mean, not necessarily comfortable as in, you can't say anything that might possibly, kind of, sort of, maybe in 1,000 years offend me. Yeah, no, we're not like that, especially if you've been into #youth. Don't go to #youth. Avoid it. Avoid it at all costs. Things get weird in there. Youth.
I don't go to #youth.
Youth is youth. They're all the, my mommy let me on the internet. I'm gonna say stupid stuff. Yay! Been there, done that. Do you remember?
Outgrew it.
Will, do you remember the term scrolling? Do you remember what that means?
Moving up and down a web page.
Take all the time you
Nope.
require.
I'm talking about getting kicked out of chat rooms for posting too many messages in a row in a very, very quick and rapid succession.
No, I guess I never experienced that.
Okay. So, I remember my first time online on America Online back in middle school, baby. Oh boy, were those the days. The Wild West frontier where you had to, where every time something went wrong, you went, Mom, I was on the internet. Hang up the phone. I was chatting with my friend Alan. Hang up the phone. Oh man. So then, so I remember my first night, I figured out the whole AOL chat thing. My family, since my parents worked out of the house, we had multiple phone lines. I'm so glad I wasn't on the internet during that time. Hey, I tell you what, I found some fantastic indie games during that time. I had little, oh my gosh, there was this one game that I had. What was it called? I had it on my Mac, and it was just so awesome. Cause like one of the things I remember was it was like Space Invaders. It was a Space Invaders type game. And then you had waves of enemies come from the top of the screen. You had to blast them all. So then it had all these wonky sound effects. I just remember there was all sorts of crazy sound effects. There was only about 10 levels. It was freeware. So then I downloaded it and I played it. And the one thing I remember was when you died, when you hit continue, you would just hear, praise Jesus. Just every time. I'm just like, where did that even come from? I have no idea.
Because they wanted to be sure that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was also during that time I got my first hints of online gaming, playing Warcraft 2 with my buddy Alan. We would play Warcraft 2. I would play on a Mac with a 1X CD-ROM drive. My first time ever.
Slow down there, buddy.
I know, lightning quick.
Oh.
Something started on the internet when razors were the thing. Sought out places where people could spell and use proper grammar. Wow, how long did it take you to find some place like that, m'lady? Oh man. Spelling and proper grammar. Wow. Oh, okay. Most of my first internet friends were adults, except for one guy who was my age. Oh, okay. Yeah, for me, it was pretty much just my buddies from school, and that was it. But anyway, back to the whole scrolling thing. I remember when I was first on, we got a chat window up with each other, and then we just started typing stupid stuff. I mean, nothing offensive. It was just gibberish. You know, we just started typing gibberish, and I started just typing again and again and again and again, and it goes, goodbye. I was like, what happened? What did I get kicked off for? And the big old warning thing was, you know, big old emergency label says, you were kicked off for scrolling. Essentially, if you typed in way too many words into a chat box, AOL instantly kicked you off. And I'm guessing now it was to prevent bot spamming, I guess? I don't know. And just all around jerkery.
Yeah.
They didn't want you being a jerk in them text chats. In them chats. I will say though, one game that I would love to find again, and I bet I could probably find it on some abandonware site, is called The Manhole. This was the first ever CD-ROM based game I ever popped into a CD-ROM. And I mean, up until this point, pretty much everything I played was on floppy disks and DOS. Or the Mac games. I played some games on my Mac. My dad actually had a copy of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I remember that. I remember we had a floppy disk with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but I never got it to work. I think the thing was busted.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, I've never played it. I know that they made it. They did a remake. Oh wow, you only remember floppy disks. Now, question though, was it the big floppy disks or the hard plastic floppy disk? Because there was kind of the plasticky, you know, the really
the 5.1 inch or the 3.5 inch.
Right. Oh, the hard floppy disks. Yeah. No, my first games, I played Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade Epic Adventure. You had to designate it as the Epic Adventure. Hey, operator, how you doing? So you had to designate it as the Epic Adventure because they had the Epic Adventure and the Action Adventure. And the Epic Adventure was made by LucasArts, and it was point and click, and it went on 3 or 4 of those 5.1 bad boys. And then, and it was run on DOS, which is just glorious. But yeah, lots of 3.5-inch floppy disks around. I still think I have a couple tucked away in one of my things because I raided my church's discontinued family history library, and I found a whole box of discs. And I'm just like, I have to keep a couple of these just for posterity's sake. a whole 3.5 whopping 1.8 megs on one of those bad boys. The CD games. Yeah, I never got those. My big accomplishment was completing Final Fantasy VII on an HP Compact. Like, lowest graphics possible. But, in my opinion, it actually had better music than the PlayStation version. Just because the way the music was rendered, it was more symphonic. It actually sounded a lot better. But my gosh, the Chocobo racing frame rate. Oof. It was so bad. It was so bad. Because, yeah, I played Final Fantasy 7 and 8 on the PCs because I didn't have a PlayStation at that time. Because I didn't get a PlayStation until the PlayStation 2 came out. Because that was when we legitimately made the pitch. Hey, it's a DVD player. They bought it. And I got the bouncer. Oh, man. Yeah, my dad was not a fan of consoles, but they wound up buying it for us anyway. Like, he bought a Super Nintendo. He bought a Super Nintendo when we were coming home from a motorhome trip, and I remember explicitly playing Super Mario Kart on the back bed of an RV. That was a good time. Playing on little 12-inch monitors. Oh yeah. That's literally what about well over 50% of my gaming during when I was a kid. I had a 12-inch TV in my room, and my mom let me hook up my Super Nintendo to it, and that was like mostly what I played. Every once in a while, my parents would let me hook it up to the big 24-inch, I think, down in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, Carias, Flash games online, those were legit. Those are the ones you could actually play during school. Because they did not know how to block stuff back in those days. So pretty much you could get anything. But yeah, what was awesome was my parents also got a projector screen, because I remember the first time I saw a projector screen TV was at my buddy Bryson's house, and we played. He had a PlayStation. You know, his parents were pretty rich, so he had a PlayStation, and he had Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, I remember playing it. The characters are like that big on the screen. It was so glorious. Oh, man. Oh, HTTPS? Oh, man. Well, you have to understand, Carias, I was in middle school in the mid-90s. Yeah, so that was a bit. That was a bit ago.
A little bit.
A little bit ago.
See, I was in middle school in the early 90s.
Yeah. Will's a little bit older than me. Excuse me. All right, let's go to the center area. No, excuse me. All right, time to go sightseeing a little bit.
Yeah, I would say probably my first actual console video gaming experience was summer vacation. My family drove up to Oregon to visit my grandparents. We were there for about a week, and my cousins, one of my dad's brothers, lived right next door to my grandparents. And so basically, you know, it's visit grandparents and the cousins, and so we'd run back and forth between the two houses willy-nilly, no big deal.
Right.
My cousins had a Nintendo and had two games. The combo Super Mario Brothers / Duck Hunt that came with
Classic.
the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Hold on. Right here.
Yes. And Metroid.
Ah, I don't have that one. Oh, by the way, since I'm thinking about it, here's Little Nemo.
There we go.
And
did we ever figure out what came first, the game or the anime?
The game did. Or no,
okay.
The anime came. The manga came first in the anime. By the way, Goonies 2, classic. Never beat it. Never beat it, but by golly, I have attempted it many a times. That's so yeah. For those of you that don't know, here, you know what? I'll just grab my camera real quick. Here's So here's the Nintendo area. Oh, that's my light. So my there you go. You can see my Nintendo. My 2 Nintendos. Here's the NES area and my Game Boy. That my
The
aunt.
light gun.
Yeah, and the light gun in the background. And then here's a Super Nintendo. And then strategy guides. And then here's Nintendo 64. And then GameCube and Game Boy Advance. And then the Wii. And then up top, we got PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Here's the PlayStation 2 games. There's my PS3. No, that's my slim PS2. There's my PS3 games, the PS3, and then the PS4 games. So that's my little museum up there of most of my childhood, honestly. There you go. All right, we're back.
Yeah, so basically, with them having the Nintendo, we got to try it out and play it. So, the first video game I really played was Metroid.
Right. Which that's a
And then-
doozy.
Oh, yeah.
That is a doozy.
And so I remember that when we got back from Oregon, my parents picked up a Nintendo, and we went to one of the local video rental places because they had video game rental. And well, us kids were home because it was like near the end of summer or whatever. So she comes home from work or whatever it was she was doing, running errands, and she surprises us with she rented The Legend of Zelda.
Ooh. That
Now-
is a solid choice for just, hey, let me just rent a game.
Now, here's the thing. I don't remember how or why, but apparently we had been bad or misbehaving, and so she didn't let us play the game in which she had rented. What she did instead as punishment was she put in the game and she played and had us watch.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oof. That's
Now-
savage. That is
Now-
savage.
Now, here's the thing. Zelda, being the game that it is,
Right.
there are save files.
Uh-huh.
She did not start a new game.
Oh,
She just
no.
continued on the game that the last person that had rented the game
Right.
had left off.
Uh-huh.
So she had no clue what she was doing. And since we had no context for anything going on, we couldn't tell her what to do.
Right.
But since there was the poster, the promotional poster that came with the system that showed all the games and everything, and there was a little picture of Zelda as one of the games, and it had a big dragon
Uh-huh.
that was fought. And we're like, but there's a dragon you can fight. Yes, that's good. But it was just like, oh man. Yeah, that was my introduction into gaming. Of
I
sorts.
think my introduction to gaming was my neighbor's house, Christian Marroquin. And he had karate and DuckTales. Those are the 2 games that I remembered. And so I would go over every Saturday morning and I would play. And I would literally get there while he is his dad one day was just eating breakfast and we were just playing Nintendo. I will openly admit I was that kid that chose my friend based off of what video game systems that they had.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of a jerk. Oh wow. Create a WoW character's account when you were a young teen. Wow, that's love. That's love. taking up one of his character spots for you? That's adorable. Yeah, I've been introducing my daughter to video games as well. I actually tried to teach my 3-year-old how to play Tetris tonight. That was kind of funny. It was just like boom, 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 boom. She just has, you know, she has no real concept for what that was. I tried to get her to understand, you got to put everything in lines, and yeah, no, it wasn't working. But she thought it was pretty, and yeah, because we were playing Tetris Effect. Your friends were playing Call of Duty, and you were playing WoW. You are better for not playing Call of Duty.
I commend you, sir.
Ma'am.
I commend you, ma'am. You were actually willing to call people that played Call of Duty your friends.
Yeah, back when I was in high school, it was all Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike was the big thing. I actually legitimately tried to get into Counter-Strike, but it got to the point where I could actually make it through like 2 rounds without dying. But what pissed me off was I always wound up playing with the German people. I don't know, because I was always listening to voice chat, and it was always Germans yelling at each other. I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, Lil Darian,
okay,
I just barely saw your post about how you played ASCII games. So they weren't Danish? They may have been. I'm a freshman in high school. I don't know the difference between German and Danish. and this is also very, very crude headsets. Headsets back then were not at all like headsets are nowadays. So I have honestly no idea. Very much so it could have been Danish people, but I don't know. I was mainly playing high school was the PC games. Kane, if you're in chat, do the thing. I just have to yell at Kane every time. It's kind of the meme. But in high school, I was playing a lot of Diablo. I played a lot of StarCraft. And it was all just single.
Again.
It was all single player stuff. That's funny. He was actually in chat. I didn't even know that he was in chat. I just figured I'd yell at him.
Kane,
you know we love you, Kane. But yeah, I played a lot of for the computer stuff. I played a lot of StarCraft, a lot of Diablo 1.
You can't fire us, Kane. We fire you. Sorry.
Yeah. Hold up, let me see here. Nothing. So we will take that. Oh, there you go. Mask of Healing. So, but yeah, I also played a lot of JRPGs on consoles. So, just jumped into the stream. Well, Kane, we are always happy to have you here. Always happy to have you in the Frito Bandito Taqueria. Come to take measure of our merchants. Let me think. What was I playing back in high school? Because I had a PS2. So that meant... trying to think of what I played early JRPGs. I'm just looking at my... let me think. 12 wasn't out back then. That was college.
I want to say high school for me was... because I remember talking to one of my buddies about Final Fantasy VI. about Terra.
Yeah, I don't think any of my PS2 games were games I had back in. Oh, SSX Tricky. I had SSX Tricky back in high school.
Tricky.
Metal Gear Solid
Tricky's
2.
one of my wife's favorite games.
Dude, SSX on Tour is the best one. It is hands down the best one. In terms of aesthetic, tricks, mountain design, it was awesome. I mean, SSX Tricky had a lot of awesome stuff, and it was like really groundbreaking. They took the original SSX and made it fantastic. The only one I haven't played is SSX 3. And I've heard from multiple sources that one was the best one. But personally, I just love the vibe of On Tour. And the fact all the runs were one massive mountain, and you can just find all these crazy shortcuts everywhere. It was just so good. So good. And the soundtrack was really good, too. I mean, all their soundtracks are good. But... Go ahead.
Okay, I'm at the end of 5.1. I'm like doing the last quest of 5.1 and this long cutscene and everything, and so I don't know if operator is still in chat, and Kane might be, but WTF, WTF, man.
What the fiddlesticks, bruh? Shut, bruh. Time to fetch. Fetching time. Fetching time, fetching time, fetching time, fetching time. Never reason, never rhyme, never reasons. Fetching time. Kane's like, oh, I know what party's on. Thanks for chiming in, you two. I like the cut of your jib tonight, operator. Then those cutscenes after it has caused quite a stir. Like my gravy, the plot thickens. I don't know. I'm just totally guessing.
Well, okay. So I don't know how much of a spoiler this will be.
I, Conrad Kemp,
but
do hereby
they've set
accept the
things up, and I
Alliance's
think it's
proposal.
late
You
Stormblood
must
that they actually
understand,
started
however,
doing this,
that our cooperation
where in
comes with
some of the
certain
solo
caveats.
duties,
Those
you
caveats
actually
being-
play as some of the NPCs rather than the Warrior of Light.
I take no joy in this, just so you know.
And so I am currently playing as, well, I mean, I'm not going to spoil that. And I'm just like, I can't say more because of spoilers. I'm sorry.
By the way, okay, Lil Darian, I will openly state in 1998, I had the headphones shown in the 2012 thing. You know what? I'm gonna do something real quick. Let me see. Mid 90s. Let me see if I can actually find them. Cuz I know they were just a very stock popular pair. Let me see if I can find those headphones real quick. Cuz I had a pair of headphones I bought when I was a sophomore in high school. By the way, this right here, I had that combo. Let's see here. I don't. Anyway, let me just see if I can get down to the bottom of this page.
How do I do this?
You die.
This is insane.
Get good, bruh.
I don't want to get good. There's a reason I play healer.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Well, anyway, oh, I was so far ahead of the curve, it wasn't even funny. I refused, what Farrell just said, get good breath. But, so I always had a large set of headphones like this, and I
But
started,
the resistance is far more fragmented than you realize.
like,
The men
I
and
got
women in
those
my care
headphones,
belong to
I
but
swear,
one of
when I
many
was a sophomore in
factions.
high school, and I literally finally ditched them I had to throw them away about 3 years ago. So I had those headphones for like darn near 16 years. And they got me through high school, they got me through college, they got me through the first part of my marriage, and I can't even tell you how many swim meets that set of cans went to. Those were my go-to headphones for blocking. I mean, they weren't noise canceling, but they were average. So I would just pop those on for stretching before swim events. They went everywhere. But oh, yes, they lasted so long, and they still had, decent sound quality. They weren't garbage. But on an Iowa Discman set. Oh man, an Iowa Discman. Yeah, I know. It's just so interesting, cuz I know that I've heard people talk about stuff like, yeah, man, we had a fridge for like 10 years and and this and that and this and that. Cuz the headset I had before this were was I using those Sonys before this? What was I using? No, it was the Audio Technicas. Was it the Audio? No, I had the Audio Technicas at work. What did I use before that? No, it was the Sonys. I finally ditched the Sonys to buy this headset. But yeah, man, that set of headphones was practically bomb-proof. I've bashed those things and dropped them and just beaten the ever-living crap out of them. They still worked really good. But yeah, I had an Audio Technica AT.
I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach.
Or AT 2000. They were the mid-range Audio Technicas. I had them at work for like 3 years. I abused them pretty bad, but I had them for about 3 years. Then I bought another Steel Series.
I expect many will agree.
I bought another Steel Series set
Cannot guarantee
for
universal
work now.
support.
So. Oh.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Let's see if I can figure this out.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Because I'm fighting something that is described as being a volatile prototype.
Just throw some water.
To help?
Throw some water on it.
Yeah.
I had something else.
There's
in
not an
mind for you,
interaction
though.
command for that?
Monargo and Mefra
No.
will tell you more.
No. That sucks.
There isn't even an interaction command to turn it off and turn it back on again.
You got to find the button.
Understood. We won't.
I
let
want
you
to push
down.
the button.
I want to push the button. I am so glad she finally took her mask off. She is much more easier on the eyes than that weird mask thing. Wrong way. This way. Boing. That's kind of weird. They totally did away with all of the you know, how to you know, the background of the current quest that you're on. Oh well. Still not good enough. Oh, wait, hold on. Excuse me. Nope. Not good enough. Background is still there. You just have to be on a quest that has it. Ah, okay, got it. Do I remember Mefrid? All right. Quarry Mill. All right, Carias. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you around, ma'am. Hopefully I can catch your next piano stream. If you're not following Carias, you should. She plays piano during the afternoons. Will, could you give her a shout out? S'il vous plaît. That'd be fantastic.
Hey, everybody, watch Korea's stream.
Are you're busy with your instance, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Gosh, dang it, Will. What do I not pay you for?
You not pay me for quality programming like this.
Right. Go follow Carias. That make her a happy person. But thank you so much for tuning in once again, and have a good sleepy sleep. We're gonna be winding down things in a few minutes here anyway, so. Yes, it would. I love my followers, as do I. I love my followers. Even though sometimes I'm just like,
Duty fail.
oh, party foul. I'm very happy that people actually find me entertaining. That just makes me happy that I'm not just like, oh, I'm just out here playing a game and yay. As long as I make you laugh, that's pretty much like my #1 goal, is just to make somebody in chat chuckle. Chortle even. I'll take a chortle, maybe a chuckle. Even a lighthearted grimace would work. Tries not to laugh. Don't laugh. I actually do that with my daughters. It's so funny. When one of my daughters is she's throwing a fit, I'll just start like saying random things like and they go, I'm like, don't laugh. Don't you dare laugh. Don't you laugh. Don't you laugh. And then what's funny is my 6-year-old will do that to the 3-year-old. Don't laugh, Bridgie! Don't laugh! Oh, man. Kids are funny. What's funny, though, is they're now at the point where they can have legitimate arguments and hurl insults at each other. Although it seems like the number one insult my 3-year-old hurls at the 6-year-old, which causes her to cry, run into our bedroom or place where my wife and I are, and she goes, Bridgie called me stupid!
Well,
We're like,
are you stupid?
is it true? I'm not stupid! Then why does it matter? It's like, why do you care?
She knows that I'm not stupid.
Ugh. All right, I think this will be the final cutscene for the night. This will be the final one for the night.
Monago. Monago.
Are you talking about the mikote or a dessert?
The Mikote. M'_NAAGO. Isn't that her name?
Yeah, that's her name, but it sounds like you were trying to devour her rather than just acknowledge her existence. Kane got a chuckle out of that one.
Oh my.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, with that, we are going to bid a fond farewell to Eorzea for the evening. Last week was kind of a hot mess. Mainly because with getting really close to finishing off 3.5, I kind of pushed the stream a little bit later on most nights, and it really hampered my triathlon training schedule in the morning. So I am going to try my darndest to be very good about cutting the stream before 10:30, so I can actually be in bed at about 10:30, so then I can wake up and saddle forth my steed, my lovely steed over here with a Minnie Mouse blanket on it, or Minnie Mouse towel, so I don't destroy my bike. So, in other words, I will be back tomorrow morning riding my bike on Zwift. That starts at
Roger.
that starts at about 5:15. Yeah, that was a little bit loud. That's okay. So that will start at about 5:15 Pacific Standard Time, and I ride that early because that's the only time I can ride. And so I'm debating between a workout or a Zone 2 ride. I don't know which one I want to do. I think I want to do a workout just because my 5-mile run did not go exactly as planned this morning. So my legs are a little fresher than they normally would be if I actually pulled off a full 5-mile run consecutively. I took a couple breaks because equipment was my phone was malfunctioning, so I had to stop and start, which sucked. So we are going to do a Zwift workout tomorrow morning. Hope to see you here. It's a good time. I thump some really good tunes. You can make me dance or sing karaoke on the bike through Point Redemptions, which is just smashing good time. And we'll be back tomorrow night with more Final Fantasy XIV. So for Will and I, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you are not following Will, you should definitely check him out. He's my compatriot that you hear mocking me usually. And poorly. And he streams. What is your typical stream schedule right now?
I have no idea. Basically, well, okay. I want to try to stream at least 3 one-hour sessions every week. Typically, I'm trying to shoot for Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and I don't know what time during the day. But part of it is that I also want, yeah, I don't feel like I feel justified streaming until I have my schoolwork done for the week, which technically, since I slept so late this morning, I have I haven't done any of it yet.
Yeah, that's kind of
So
a good idea. So anyway, you can definitely follow and Will, just remember, dude, post your streams in my freaking Discord.
I thought I did.
I don't know if you do. Anyway, just make it happen. Do the thing. So, if you want it on the Discord, the Taqueria after party, where today Operator and my brother-in-law Knock have been talking incessantly about the new Monster Hunter. Wacky has made a valiant attempt to get into Monster Hunter. But yeah, definitely get in on the Taqueria after party. Everything Taqueria related is all posted in there. And yeah, that's about everything that I got. So, yep, that's it for me tonight. I'm going to get to bed. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and good night, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
And we will see you all tomorrow morning. Good night, everyone. Good night.